Hey everyone! Welcome back to Top 10 Central, where we rank the best of the best and the worst of the worst. Today we're diving into Thanksgiving classics and ranking them from most beloved to least impressive. Let's find out if your favorite dish makes the cut or ends up at the bottom. Here we go! At number 10, we've got the green bean casserole. It's like that one contestant who thinks they're brilliant, but they end up serving raw chicken. Some of you love the creamy, crunchy thing it's got going on, but let's be honest, the rest of you would rather eat your own socks. It's a disaster waiting to happen. Soggy beans, that canned soup muck. Honestly, it's an insult to vegetables. You can do better, people. Next up at number 9 is cranberry sauce. Look, it's tart, it's tangy, but it's about as exciting as a wet week in Wales. You've got the canned stuff, which is basically jelly pretending to be something it's not, and then you've got the homemade stuff, which, if you're lucky, might have a bit of orange zest to liven things up. But let's be real, it's just there to add a splash of color to your plate. At number 8, we've got the sweet potato casserole. Now this one's a right mess. It's like someone took a perfectly good sweet potato, drowned it in sugar, and then torched it with marshmallows. Don't get me wrong, I've got a sweet tooth, but this is just taking the mickey. It's a dessert masquerading as a side dish, and frankly, it's not fooling anyone. Glazed carrots, simple but solid at number 7. Coming in at number 7 are glazed carrots. Now these are a bit like that quiet contestant in the corner who's not making a fuss, but they're quietly getting on with it. They're not going to win any culinary awards, but they're not going to send you running for the toilet either. They're just there. A bit of sweetness, a bit of color, nothing to write home about. Mac and cheese, the new kid on the block at number 6. This is all about the dish that has recently made its way into the hearts and stomachs of many during Thanksgiving. Yes, we're talking about the creamy, cheesy delight that is mac and cheese. This dish, with its gooey, melted cheese and perfectly cooked pasta, has become a favorite for many. It's a dish that brings comfort and joy, a warm hug in a bowl. Now this is a controversial one, a bit like that contestant who causes a right stir in the kitchen. Some people argue that mac and cheese doesn't belong on the Thanksgiving table, while others can't imagine the holiday without it. It's a dish that sparks debate and brings out strong opinions. It's not a traditional Thanksgiving dish, but it's wormed its way onto the table. And you know what? It's here to stay. Over the years, mac and cheese has become a staple in many households, especially in the South. It's a dish that brings people together, a symbol of comfort and home. I'm not mad at it. In fact, I welcome it with open arms. There's something about the creamy, cheesy goodness that just makes you feel good. It's a dish that can stand on its own, but also complements the other Thanksgiving classics perfectly. It's cheesy, it's comforting, it's got that feel-good factor. It's the kind of dish that makes you want to go back for seconds, and maybe even thirds. It's a dish that brings smiles to faces and warmth to hearts. But it's still got a long way to go before it earns its place among the classics. While mac and cheese is beloved by many, it still has to prove itself to the traditionalists. It's a dish that's still finding its place at the Thanksgiving table, but one thing's for sure, it's here to stay. So, whether you're a fan of the classics or love trying new things, give mac and cheese a chance this Thanksgiving. You might just find a new favorite. Pumpkin pie, a Thanksgiving staple at number 5. This is a classic for a reason, like that contestant who always delivers a solid performance. It's got that warm, spiced flavor that just screams autumn, and it's the perfect way to end your Thanksgiving feast. You can have it with whipped cream, you can have it with ice cream, you can even have it on its own. It's a winner every time. Number 4 brings us mashed potatoes. Now these are a staple, like that head chef who runs a tight ship. They're creamy, they're buttery, they're the perfect blank canvas for all that delicious gravy. You can't go wrong with a good mashed potato. Just make sure they're seasoned properly, for God's sake. No one wants bland mashed potatoes. Stuffing or dressing, the heart of the meal. At number 3, it's stuffing or dressing, depending on where you're from. This is the dish that screams Thanksgiving, like that contestant who's full of passion and creativity. It's got bread, it's got herbs, it's got all those savory flavors that just make you want to go back for seconds. And if you're lucky, it might even have some sausage or bacon in it. Now we're talking. Turkey, the star of the show. Coming in at number 2 is the main event, the big kahuna, the turkey. This bird is the centerpiece of the Thanksgiving feast, the dish that everyone eagerly anticipates. It's the culinary equivalent of a blockbuster movie, the one that draws everyone to the table. It's the dish that everyone expects to see on the Thanksgiving table, like that celebrity chef who everyone wants a piece of. The turkey is the star attraction, the one that gets all the attention. It's the dish that sets the tone for the entire meal, the one that everyone talks about long after the plates have been cleared. But let's be honest, turkey can be a fickle beast. It's not always easy to get it just right. It requires careful preparation, the right seasoning, and precise cooking. If it's not cooked properly, it can be dry, it can be bland, it can be a real disappointment. It's like a high-stakes game where the outcome can make or break the entire meal. We've all been there, sitting at the table, trying to muster enthusiasm for a piece of turkey that tastes like cardboard. It's a letdown, especially when you've been looking forward to it all year. But when it's done right, it's a thing of beauty. A perfectly roasted turkey is a sight to behold, with its golden brown skin and juicy, flavorful meat. It's the kind of dish that makes you want to go back for seconds and maybe even thirds. It's the highlight of the meal, the one that makes all the effort worthwhile. The key to a great turkey is in the preparation. It starts with selecting the right bird, one that's fresh and of good quality. Then comes the seasoning, which can make all the difference. Some people swear by a simple salt and pepper rub, while others prefer a more elaborate blend of herbs and spices. And let's not forget the basting, which helps to keep the turkey moist and flavorful. Thanksgiving is a time for family and friends to come together, to share a meal and create memories. And the turkey is at the heart of it all. It's more than just a dish. It's a symbol of the holiday, a reminder of the importance of tradition and togetherness. So as you gather around the table this Thanksgiving, take a moment to appreciate the star of the show, the turkey. It's a dish that brings people together, that creates a sense of warmth and connection. And that's something to be truly thankful for. Gravy, the unsung hero. And finally, at number 1, we have the unsung hero of the Thanksgiving feast, gravy. This rich, savory sauce is often overlooked, but it plays a crucial role in bringing the entire meal together. It might not be the most glamorous dish, but it's the glue that holds everything together. Imagine a Thanksgiving without gravy, dry turkey, bland mashed potatoes, and stuffing that just doesn't hit the mark. Gravy is the element that elevates each dish, making every bite more flavorful and satisfying. It's the magic touch that transforms a good meal into a great one. The moment that warm, velvety gravy cascades over your plate, it brings a sense of comfort and nostalgia. It's a reminder of family gatherings, laughter, and the joy of sharing a meal with loved ones. A good gravy can make even the driest turkey taste like a dream. It's the secret weapon that can rescue any dish from mediocrity. Whether it's poured over turkey, mashed potatoes, or stuffing, gravy adds a depth of flavor that is simply irresistible. The beauty of gravy lies in its simplicity. Made from the drippings of the roasted turkey, combined with a few basic ingredients like broth, flour, and seasonings, it's a testament to the idea that sometimes the simplest things are the most impactful. Preparing gravy can be a communal activity, bringing family members together in the kitchen. It's a moment of collaboration and shared effort as everyone pitches in to create the perfect sauce. The aroma of gravy simmering on the stove is enough to make anyone's mouth water. When the gravy boat is passed around the table, it's a moment of anticipation. Each person eagerly ladles the rich sauce onto their plate, knowing that it will enhance every bite. It's a small act, but it brings a sense of unity and shared enjoyment to the meal. So there you have it, my top 10 Thanksgiving foods, ranked from worst to best. And at the very top, we celebrate gravy, the unsung hero that brings everything together. This humble sauce may not always get the recognition it deserves, but it's the heart and soul of the Thanksgiving feast. As we gather around the table this Thanksgiving, let's take a moment to appreciate the gravy. It's more than just a sauce. It's a symbol of togetherness, tradition, and the simple pleasures of a home-cooked meal. Here's to gravy, the unsung hero at number 1. So there you have it, my personal take on the best and worst of the Thanksgiving spread. Did your favorite dish make the top of the list, or did it fall to the bottom? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more top 10s and holiday fun.